So sorry, brothers, sisters. I was waiting since 5, but I thought nobody participated.
It's okay, doctor.
Okay, thank you. So, Assalamualaikum, brothers and sisters. Maybe it's late already. It's better late than nothing.
Waalaikumsalam.
So I think we should start. I didn't realize you are in already. Just now, there is see participants only one, but now it looks like everybody is in already. All right, that's me. So let's put the slide on. Assalamualaikum again, brothers and sisters. This is our first class. My apology for the delay because I think something not so right about the system. Just to mention, this is my first class online with you all. I received short notice from the office. All right. I just put myself at the background. I hope you see. Can you hear, brothers, sisters?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me hide behind the scene. I think you have seen me. Let's start our day with the recitation of supplication dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma alhimna ilman na'rifu bihi awamirak wa na'rifu bihi nawahiyak warzuqna. Allahumma balaghata fahmi nabiyyina wa fasahata hifzil mursalina wa sur'atal ilhamil malaikatil muqarrabina wa akrimna. Allahumma binuril ilmi wa sur'atil fahmi wa akhrijna min zulumatil wahmi waftah lana abwaba rahmatik wa alimna israra hikmatik ya rabbal alamin. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Alhamdulillah, we meet today our first class. Today will be introduction, just a short introductions. That's me, handsome gentleman, right? My name is unique. My name is Asnia. It is unique amongst the Malay also. I don't have problem. So you can call me Asniat or Asniat, whichever. My contact number 012-3336-456. You can email me anything, or you can just WhatsApp me if you wish. Just now, Brother Ashraf WhatsApp me. Thank you very much. My email asniat@yahoo.co.uk. Okay, that's about me. Let's have a quick look on what we are going to do for the next 30 meetings. The course outline, briefly, will be have introduction today, decision analysis, forecasting, project scheduling, linear programming, graphical method, linear programming, simplex method, simplex-based sensitivity analysis, assignment problems, transportation problems, simulation, and decision-making from Islamic perspective. Decision-making from Islamic perspective will be coursework. And if we have time, we will discuss about group decision-making. The textbook used is this one, An Introduction to Management Science, Quantitative Approach to Decision-Making, 15th edition. But I have put in iTa'lim the earlier edition, edition 13, the 13th edition. You can use that.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we cannot see your screen.
Pardon?
We cannot see your screen yet.
You cannot use?
We cannot see your screen. Can you share it again?
Do doctor share screen or not?
Okay, I didn't share screen. Oh, you cannot see the screen. 1 minute. Can you see now?
Yes.
Yes, Doctor.
Yes.
You want me to repeat?
Yeah, could you please do
No
that?
need.
Thank you.
Okay, I repeat. Okay, from the beginning, this is the dua we recited just now. This is the handsome gentleman, right? Can you see now? Can you see my face?
Yes.
Yes.
Doctor.
Yes.
Can you see the video also?
The
The
image.
video.
No,
I
we
have
cannot
both
see the video.
video on display as well as the screen. Can you?
We
Yes.
can
No
only see the
videos.
screen, not the
Yes.
video.
No video. Okay. Let me see show my face first. Now can you see my face?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can see my face. Let me share screen again. Okay, just this one. Right? Can you see? Brothers, sisters, can you see?
Yes.
Without
Yes.
video.
Yes.
Great. Okay. My name, Asniat. My phone number. You can use this. You can text me, WhatsApp me. I have not created WhatsApp group with you all yet because I am yet to get the list of your names. I cannot get access to the portal yet, so I cannot get your phone number. So sorry, because of the last minute matters. My email, asniat@yahoo.co.uk. Okay, the course outline. Quickly, we are going to do introduction, decision analysis, forecast or forecasting, project scheduling, linear programming, graphical method, linear programming, simplex method, simplex-based sensitivity analysis, assignment problems, transportation problems, simulations, and decision-making from Islamic perspective. Decision-making from Islamic perspective, this will be part of your work. And we have opportunities, we have time, we will discuss group decision-making. But I understand from previous classes, group decision-making was not discussed, although inside the syllabus, inside the course outline. And then the textbook we are going to use is this one, Anderson, Sweeney, Williams, Camps, and so on. Title, Introduction to Management Science, Quantitative Approach to Decision-Making, 15th edition. This one we have to buy, but I do not know how you are going to buy. But you can upload from my iTa'lim. If you access my iTa'lim today, I just upload today the PDF format of the book 13th edition. You still can use that, no problem. You can read, you have some reading, or to make it easier for you, you can upload into your smartphone, into your e-book. So you don't have to carry any book around, because not all the chapters are usable for us. Only about less than half of the chapters in that book we are going to cover in class. Then if you need more reading, this is another book, Quantitative Analysis for Management. And also our professor, also Dr. Rafiqul Islam, he also published a book in 2005, Essentials of Management Science. Unfortunately, this is no longer in print. So I think for purpose of our classes, we are not using this much, but I will upload some chapters, scanned copy of the chapters for decision-making from Islamic perspective in this from this book. Okay, the assessment and the weightage will be assignment or decision-making. This will be your coursework, 25%. group project, we will brief you later. Carry 20%. Your final exam about 50%, and then participations about 5%. Total 100. All right, that's about the brief about the course. Okay, let's start what we are going to start now. I suppose you are hungry now. You see this cake. What cake do you like? Let's say we are having tea now. What do you like?
Cheesecake.
Fruit cakes. This is fruit cake. Some like it, some don't like it. If I give you another choice, Black Forest or
Cheesecake.
chocolate cake. Who loves chocolate cake? I think many of you love it. Some of you don't like it. Fruit cake, so some of you like it, some of you don't like it. How about this one? Cheesecake. Some of you like it, some of you don't. Let's say we are going to have tea today. What cake should we buy? How are we going to make that decision? Which one to buy?
The cheapest.
Vote. You vote or how?
Yeah, I think vote.
Vote.
Or else it's
Okay.
going to be a bit weird and difficult.
Right.
To make a decision.
Great idea. We vote. Let's say we vote. Somehow we come up with a majority decide on Black Forest cake, right? Let's say we vote and then the majority vote for Black Forest cake. So this is for your group decided, okay, for tea today, we are going to have Black Forest cake. What if there is another group of friends, maybe about 20 people or 30 people from London? Do you think they will vote for the same cake for tea?
I don't think so. I think
You
they will
don't
have a
think
different
so?
preference.
You don't think so? Great. So what about if you have another group of friends in Melbourne, Australia? They may decide something else, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, good. How about if I were to lay down this thing on the table and you are asked to pick one only? 1, 2, 3. Which one would you pick? The first, the second one, the third one?
$1,000.
1,000, right?
Yes.
Yeah, nobody will pick one, right? What about your group of friends in London? If they are given the opportunity to pick, which one do they pick? The same, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. How about your group of friends
Majority
in
will pick 1,000, I
Melbourne?
guess.
In Melbourne, your group of friends, do they make different opinion, or they will pick the same thing?
I think mostly will pick
Pick the
1,000.
The same, right?
Yes.
That's fantastic. What make them decide the same for different
Because of
group?
the value.
The value.
The value. The value you can quantify, right? Something that you can quantify. How about the
Yes.
cake?
It was the taste that was.
The cake is just your feeling, right? You
Yeah.
feel your favorite. Different people have different feel. So this is how you go to decision science. Okay, let's look into the subject, decision science. What is decision science? Decision science, some use the word management science or operations research. So commonly used in textbook management science or quantitative analysis. For our course, they refer as decision science. So what is decision science? It is a method or an approach to decision making using scientific method. Why scientific? Something that can be supported. Just like just now, how you decide to choose the $1,000 instead of the cake. If you say fruit cake, how do you support that argument? You choose fruit cake, you will just say, I like it. But if you choose the $1,000 notes, you say, oh, this is of higher value. You have something that can be quantified, or everybody have the same way of looking at it. Scientific, like 2 times 2 equal to 4, and so on. Okay, that's basically decision science is a discipline that attempts to support or to help or to aid managerial decision making by applying scientific approach to solve managerial problem that involve quantitative factors. So what is it? Scientific approach, managerial problem, quantitative factors. Take note of these 3. Scientific, something that is done logically. We have certain method of doing it, systematic method. Managerial problem, normally it apply to office problem or organizational problem. It can be profit-oriented problem organizations or non-profit oriented organizations. And maybe it can be applied individually also. They involve quantitative factors. That means we have information or data to support our decision. Then the philosophy behind this approach is logical, consistent, and systematic. Logical is in the sense that we can develop some model, mathematical model to support our decision. Consistent, that means if another party were to use the data and they analyze it, they will come up with same solution or similar solution. And then the approach will be systematic. We have a procedural approach, not very ad hoc. Other names on this management science, and some use the word quantitative business analysis, quantitative methods, operation research. It is also named as optimization theory. But this is just a few, but there are some similarity and interchangeable. Where do we use this decision science or management science? It has been used in many organizations. Many of these say that using decision science or management science approach, it gives you a very good, or it can result in a better efficiency in running the business, improve productivity, and reduce costs. Of course, in organizations, everybody wants to have more profit, reduce costs, and they cannot sell too high. Too high, people will not buy. Too low, not a good thing to do. History. You all love history? I think most of you love history, right?
A bit.
Not really.
Not me.
Not you. But like you know, okay, we have a quick history about this management science. It started, it was developed during World War time, I think before your time, and even before my time. You see my face here, old man already, right? Even Second World War was before my time, before I was born. So during those period, the British were attacked by the Germans, and then the British government gathered together people from, specialists from different disciplines, mathematicians, doctors, armed forces, civilian, and all these people put together, and then they come up with, they brainstorm, and they come up with solutions how to overcome the Germans. And then using this approach, I think their strategy, their tactical approach, they managed to win the war. So they managed to just overcome the attack by the German. So the operation research technique attracted business people. So business people start using the approach, some of the approach used in operation research, and it has evolved through the years. And now the name, as at for now, they use management science or decision science. Okay, simple history. Okay, let's look into what is problem solving. What is problem solving? Are you all very wealthy now? Some of you, yes.
No.
But do you want to be wealthy?
Of course.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So now you are not wealthy yet, but you want to be wealthy. So there is a difference, right? So you know there's a difference. You want to be wealthy. That's why you are at UIA. So actually it's a process of identifying a difference between the actual and what you wish, what you want to be, or the desired state of affair, and then take action to resolve the problem. So in the world of business, normally you want to have more profit, or you want to better sales. For example, now with this pandemic, the sales is not so good in your company. So you want to improve the sales. How you want to approach this? So that's a problem. Let me say your profit is low, for example, a low profit, you want to resolve your profitability, then take the necessary action to improve your profitability, or maybe your staff running away. What is the reason? Find out. So after finding out the reason, try to find a solution so that you can retain staff in organizations and many other things. Problem solving and decision making. What is it? Single criteria decision problems. What is that? If brother want to get married, what is your criteria? Solehah, brother? So it doesn't matter as long as solehah, right? From Africa doesn't matter, from Lebanon doesn't matter, from wherever, Malaysia also doesn't matter, right? Okay, don't take heart, brother. Let's say from the textbook, they use an example of looking for a job. If you are looking for a job, if pay is one of the factor, any job that offer the best pay, you will take it up. So that is called single criteria decision-making problems. So the objective is to find the best solution with respect to one criteria. Then there is another one, multi-criteria decision problems. Maybe I ask sister, if they are going to get if they had the chance to find a husband, what type of husband do they consider?
Wealthy.
She said wealthy.
Yeah, wealthy.
Stable.
Maybe
Stable.
rupawan, right? Handsome. Hartawan, wealthy. Dermawan,
Muslim.
philanthropist. Angkasawan, cannot. Okay, just look like job seeking. Let's say you are looking for a job. You're looking for a job. Pay is one of the factor. B, you look into the opportunities for promotions, whether the company you will work with have a better opportunity for promotions, whether locations, maybe one of the consideration, you don't like to go overseas or you like to be sent overseas. So maybe you like the job that can go overseas. That may be one of the criteria. And maybe work environment, one of your criteria. In situation like that, you make decision with consideration of more than one criteria. We call it multi-criteria decision making. So the objective is to find the best solution that involves more than one criteria. Okay, the steps of decision making. identify and define the problems, then find alternative solutions. Okay, just now like identify and define problem. For example, our sales is down. Say you are working in a company or your own company, our sales is down. What should you do? So identify the solution. Close shop, one option. Review your pricing, another option. Design, review your design, another options. So you identify all the possible alternative solutions. And then identify the relevant criteria for each alternative to be evaluated. After that, evaluate all the alternative. Then finally, you select the best alternative. This process, we call it decision-making process. So there are 5 steps in what we group into decision-making process. And then we select one of the best and then implement the solution or the alternative, and that is decision making. You are making decision. In situation like this, in most organizations, sometimes we cannot have everything. With limited resources, you can only opt for one alternative or 2 alternatives. You cannot have all. So situation like this, sometimes we are limited. We are limited with all the resources available. Then you only can choose one alternative. Okay, problem solving. What is problem solving? The 5 steps just now we discussed, problem solving process. And then when the process is complete, we call it decision making. And then we make the decision from made from the choice. Just now, you are the best option you made. We have a term quantitative decision analysis. We have this define the problem, identify alternative, determine the criteria that we discussed earlier. This whole process, we call it structuring the problem. And then evaluating the alternative and select the best alternative. This is referred as analyzing the problem. This is quantitative method or quantitative analysis. Okay, let's look into this. Similar. Let's figure out sister like a particular dish mother always make for her. Can you say something? Can you tell me what are the best dish? Curry, chicken, or curry, beef curry, or whatever?
Chicken curry and beef
sister?
curry.
Hmm?
Chicken curry and beef curry. I'm from Bangladesh.
Chicken curry and beef curry.
Yeah.
Let's say you okay, chicken curry and beef curry. You love that so much. Every time mother cook, oh, cannot stand it.
Yes.
And your birthday is coming, and you want to invite all of us on your birthday, and you want to serve us that chicken curry and beef curry. What do? You will take the recipe from your mother. Mother, can you give me the recipe? Yes, mother happily give you the recipe. On your, just a day before your birthday, you prepare the dish for us to come. You follow exactly the recipe, what is supposed to be done, how to, the mixtures, the ingredient, follow exactly. Even when you cook, you follow the temperature, the time to cook. Do you think you get the dish, the taste of your curry and your beef curry and your chicken curry the same as that cooked by your mother?
Never 100%
No.
same. It will always be different from what you taste from your mom's.
Oh dear. Why is that? Because mother knows the daughter very much. Without you realizing, the curry, the recipe given to you is from the book, but actually she modified to suit your taste. They adjust the thing from her experience. So she used her experience to modify a little bit of those recipe. The recipe is considered quantitative, everything clear cut, but the modification they didn't tell you. So she used her experience, her judgment. So the same go on managers. Some of these managers, although they have data to support, but they have experiences. So they have another part, they call it qualitative analysis. So in situation like this, you work next time in large organizations, your boss may put together or try to hybrid. Let's say they ask you to do some analysis or something, they will, and then you will come up with something, and then your boss will say, I have 40 years experience, they say, and they will just adopt a little bit of your thing and they put together. And this process called qualitative and quantitative analysis. Let's move on. Why quantitative analysis? We do this when the problem is complicated or very complex. We cannot just sit down and then zoom into the problem. So it's quite a tedious process to know more informations. So something very complex, we require a lot of analysis. So we need quantitative analysis. Another situation is when the problem is so important to your company, maybe a new tender or a new project or some new opportunity. So important, you cannot allow to fail. For example, a tender, you must win the tender. So in order to win the tender, you must have a very good price so that your price is better than other people's offer. So this is where we need quantitative analysis. Another situation is repetitive. If some of the problem keep on reappearing, rather than spending a lot of time, they just apply this quantitative analysis and find a solution. Another one is you are not familiar with the new job or new project you are getting. You're not familiar, you also need quantitative analysis. So when you have new things, you have to do this. The next thing is decision making with quantitative analysis. Yeah, the steps: define the problem, develop the model, collect the data, generate solutions, implement optimal solutions. Okay, let's look one by one. Define the problem. Okay, as we discussed earlier, problem must be clearly defined. For example, what is the problem? Let's say we are encountering low sales. So that's one of the problems. So what actually we want to do? So we want to improve our sales. So what is the problem? What are the criteria to consider? Okay, improve by how much? Improve 10% by next year. Improve 10% or 15% or 20% or double, whichever you want to decide. So define the problem clearly, or change the product, or introduce new product, and so on. So objective of the problem must be considered. Problem has to be thoroughly understood by the team, not only by the manager, but everybody understand this is what we are going to do. The next thing is model development. What is model? A model? Is it the one who walk on the catwalk? that you consider a model?
No,
No.
this is just a structure to represent what our idea is.
Right. These models are something that represent the real things. Models are something that represent the real situations. So we have iconic models. What is iconic models? Something scaled down models. For example, like this one. Maybe you want to construct a high-rise building like this. You want to know how it look like. You develop an architectural model, and then for you to present to your board or to everybody interested or all the stakeholder. Then this is the thing we are going to do. It looks something like this, and then everybody happy with it. Then we go for it. And then there's another one, analog models. Maybe Brother Ashraf is a good rider. How does he know that his speed is 180? He like to ride a big bike. Brother Ashraf, are you there?
No.
Okay, maybe other people. How do you know that you are speeding at 180? By feeling on your face like this, or the wind blow on your face? You have speedometer, right? To tell you, so speedometer to tell you this is. Or if you are sick, how do you know you are sick? Slap on your face and then you know about it? No.
Thermometer.
Thermometer. Then you look at the reading here. Oh, now you are not well. So this is an example of analog model. And then what we have now, what is this? Mathematical models. Mathematical models are basically equations. Okay, let's look at mathematical models. So a set of equations or an abstract mathematical relationship that represent a problem or a situation. Then there are few things to consider, the components of mathematical models. We have variable, certain parameters, you need data, this set of equation or functional relationship, the purpose of the mathematical equation, the objective functions, the limitations or the constraint, decision variables. There are something that is controllable and something that is not. For example, let's say sister want to sell abaya. I see Sister Tasnim here. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Let's say you want to sell abaya.
Okay.
You want to know your profit. Profit is sales minus cost, right?
Yes, sales minus cost.
Sales
Get
minus
extra
cost.
money. Yeah.
That's per unit, per item. So you want to know, say you develop this equation, profit equals sales minus cost for
Per
each unit.
For each unit, the number of unit is X.
And then X, let's say X number of people, number of customer, or number of units sold.
Yes.
Yes. Let's say you get your supply from Kashmir. No, you cannot go to Kashmir. And then you put in your suitcase, you can fit only 100.
Okay.
That means you can sell up to 100
pieces. Yeah.
Yes, good. Now your profit per unit, if you sell at 150, say you sell at 150, let me say right somewhere. Let's say sell at 150. And your cost, you have very good price from Kashmir, say 50.
Okay, 100 ringgit profit.
You manage to get 100 per unit, right? Per unit.
Yes, per unit.
Per unit. So you get 100. Let's say you sell nothing. Nobody, you say, abaya, 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 and nobody buy.
Okay.
What's your profit?
0.
0. Let's say, abaya, 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 100 customers, exactly 100 come.
Yeah.
Are you
So
happy?
10. Yes.
Very happy, right?
10,000 profit. Yes.
Very happy. But if they say, abaya, 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 and then 50 people come, are you happy?
Yes. Still happy because I make a good amount of profit.
Yeah. But you still have to bring home 50
50
pieces
more.
for
Yes.
next day, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's say you sell 0, your profit is 0. You sell 100, your profit will be
10,000 ringgit.
10,000. You
Yes.
sell 50, of course you can calculate.
Yes. 5,000.
Yeah. Can you sell 120?
No, because it's out of the number of items I have.
Cannot, because you have limitation. Right? This is called constraint. You are limited by the number of stock you have, right?
Yes.
So you cannot sell 120. So you lose customer, 20 customer. Oh, so sad. They cannot get a new buyer. So this is what we call it functional relationship. So normally come to profitability, just like sister, you want to sell 100, sell all 100. So maximize profit. Sales minus cost times number of units sold. Subject to, this is the constraint, the limitation. We call it constraint. So the variable, this is S, C, X are variable. The parameter, you know the value of, just now you set the sales value 50. Data, you collect the market price. Let's say you collect market price, other people, how much other people are selling. Some people are selling 150, some 160, some 140. So you come to a conclusion, you sell at 150. Follow the market price. Functional relationship, these are the set of equations, we call it functional relationship. Objective function, this is the objective, maximize. Objective function, objective equation actually. Constraints, these are constraints. X minus 100, X is less than 100. That means you can only sell anything less. 0, no customer, 0, 100, 100, 50, 2, 10, and so on. Control uncontrollable inputs. So X is something that you cannot control. You cannot control the number of customers, but you can control your price. So certain input you can control. You can control your sales price. You can control, of course, cost also sometimes you cannot control, but sales price you can control. Cost, it depends on your supplier. So we have solution just now. Sister said, if we sell 50, you are happy, but not very happy, right? You sell 100, you are very happy. 120, not possible. So we call it model solutions. Model solution, we have optimal solution. You sell all your 100, you have optimal solution. And then you sell less than 100, and tomorrow you have to sell again. Well, okay, but we call it feasible, but not the best solution. 120, not feasible. It doesn't work. So if X is greater than 100, doesn't work. So that's on mathematical models. Then we have this deterministic model. What we are doing now is deterministic model. There is also some model, probabilistic in nature. We call it stochastic model. Okay, let's go on. Process, we can show it graphically. We have mathematical model. We have controllable inputs. The model maybe the equations, the controllable input like sales and costs. Then uncontrollable input by the environment, just not like the number of customers. And all this determine the profitability, number of customers, even your cost also can be considered uncontrollable. It will determine your profitability, your output. Data collections, indirectly I did mention just now, before you decide on your selling price, you collect data on the market. You just go around at the mall or at the wherever there is some shops, how much they sell, you collect data about similar product, then you make up your mind. So collect data based on your parameter and then try to get as accurate as possible. Then generate solutions. First, generate solutions. We try to solve the model using the solutions and then find the best solution. Okay, just now you must sell 100. That's optimal solution. That's a very simplistic way of looking at it. And then implement the solutions. Implement, and then after implementing, monitor, and then see how it goes. Adjust if necessary. Okay, that's about it. And then management technique. This management technique, there is a probabilistic model. We call it decision analysis, game theory, Markov analysis, Q theory, and forecasting. We will be in our syllabus, in our course outline, we have decision analysis, we have forecasting. We are not going to do game theory, Markov analysis, Q theory. We are not in the course. There is network model. They're going to use to do both network. Network flow and what is this CPM, PERT? Not Communist Party of Malaysia. Critical path method or project evaluation review technique. Another one is linear programming. These are other method. Linear programming, we are going to do for our linear programming. Non-linear programming, simulation, previously we don't have. Now we are, for this semester, we are having inventory management. Then analytical hierarchy process or AHP. This one, we are not doing it. So we just focus on decision analysis, forecasting, network flow. Network flow is actually, we are doing this CPM, PERT, and in transportation later on. Linear programming. You are familiar with linear programming? Maybe you did in some of your maths.
Yes, we have done that course as well.
Okay, that's good. Make it easier. Simulations, inventory also have in your maths. No. I understand that from Kuliah Outside, they have done a little bit of linear programming that make my life easier. Okay, in business environment, the most frequently used technique will be this one: linear programming, integer programming, simulation, network analysis, inventory control, inventory management, decision analysis, or Q theory. Simulation is normally done when you want to develop a traffic flow, all these things, certain traffic. You want to decide about junctions. Normally, the people in the transport industry, those who design road system, they simulate the traffic flow. They collect data. After that, they simulate the traffic flow. Similarly, queue theory, how to determine, like simple example, like how to determine how many ATM machine to put at UIA, 1, 2, or 3. So we see how long the queue if you put 1, and then queue 2, how. This can be developed queue theory together with simulations, inventory control, and decision analysis. I think I've covered my introductions. My apology for just now. I thought you are not in. I checked the participants only one. How can I am alone? I think I have covered most of what I want to cover today. I think we just have a short chit chat about a few things. You want to ask me any question now? Any question?
Doctor, how many members per group for the group?
How many?
How many members per group for the group project?
Oh, I haven't make up my mind yet. I will consult. Let me put, now I can hear you better.
Okay.
I have not decided group, but I would prefer small group. Now we have 50, maybe 5 in group, depend on the nature of project. Mostly, if I have a large group like you all now, 50, I will work on 5 in a group, so that I have about 10 group. If there are too many, I don't have the stamina to look at too many groups also. Anyway, that's not finalized yet.
Okay, doctor.
Yeah, any other thing? I am happy today in the sense that everybody is around, everybody is listening. You have access to the iTalim, do you? I think some have opened, some didn't. I have uploaded.
Yes.
Yeah, good. I have uploaded up to project scheduling. Today I upload project scheduling at that. I think that will cover a few classes. Normally I will conduct classes. For today, just introduction, there's not much thing. Maybe after decision analysis, we will have exercises. I do not know how to handle in this online class. See how it go. I will look into it later on. I will upload the exercises. Then maybe we do together online. See how it go. Or maybe some of you do first, whichever. Okay, any more? I'm listening now. Oh, I can hear you well.
Nothing,
Yeah.
doctor. Nothing else.
Okay. Nothing else. If nothing else, can we conclude the class for today? Everybody, let's conclude the class.
Sure, doctor.
Okay, let's conclude the class with the recitation of Suratul As. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal asr innal insana lafi illa allazina amanu wa tawassaw bil. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters, for listening. And my apology, I think the beginning of the class just now, you are all waiting for me and I wasn't responding. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very, very much, brothers and sisters.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you, doctor.
Yeah, most welcome. Yeah, most welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Most welcome. Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, doctor.
Bye, welcome.